If you've only played the Metro games, you know Artyom as a legendary ranger, a silent machine who wipes out entire stations of Nazis, fights giant mutants, and saves the Metro single-handedly. He is the ultimate video game protagonist, stoic, deadly, and heroic. But if you open Dmitry Glukhovsky's novel, you meet a completely different person. The book version of Artyom isn't a super soldier. He's a scared 20-year-old kid who barely knows how to hold a gun. He doesn't save the Metro because he's strong, he survives because he's lucky. Today we're looking at the massive difference between Artyom in games and Artyom in books, and why the book version makes the story infinitely darker. The biggest shock for gamers reading Metro 2033 for the first time is Artyom's competence. In the game, you are a one-man army. You stealth kill guards and mow down watchmen. In the book, Artyom is useless. Well, not useless, but realistic. He isn't a trained killer, he's a tea merchant's stepson. There are huge chunks of the book where Artyom doesn't fire a single shot. When he gets captured by the neo-Nazis of the Fourth Reich, he doesn't break out in a cinematic chase sequence. Now, to be fair, the game stays true to the major plot points. Game Artyom also gets captured by the Nazis, he also gets knocked out, and he also needs to be saved by his allies. But the difference is what happens next. In the game, the moment you are cut loose, you are back in control. You grab a gun, you sneak through the shadows, and you become the hunter. You are the avatar, and the game needs you to be capable so you can play. In the book, these moments aren't just plot points, they are traumas. When Book Artyom escapes death, he doesn't immediately become a stealth ninja. He is shaken, bruised, and acutely aware that he is just a boy in a war zone. Then there is the silence. We all know the silent protagonist trope. In the games, Artyom only speaks during loading screen. In the actual gameplay, he is a mute vessel for the player to inhabit. But in the books, Artyom never shuts up. He is constantly thinking, questioning, and philosophizing. He obsesses over the meaning of life, the existence of God, and the fate of humanity. That's where the loading screens come in, quietly stitching the two Artyoms together.
Warned in whole station about a new squad of Nazi Rangers on the surface. But I meant to fulfill the last wish of the dead commander and send his message to Polis.
Those brief monologues are the only moments when the game allows his book self to surface. When the gunfire fades, and Artyom is once again just a man alone with his thoughts. In those fragments, he doubts, remembers, mourns, and searches for meaning in the same way he does on the page, even if only for a few seconds at a time. This changes the entire tone of his journey with Khan. In the game, Khan is a weird wizard guiding a confused soldier. In the book, their relationship is a deep philosophical debate about whether the Metro is hell, purgatory, or just a tunnel. Book Artyom is an intellectual soul trapped in a brutal world, which makes his trauma hit much harder. This difference in personality completely changes his relationships, specifically with the two most important people in his life, Anna and Miller. In Metro Exodus, Artyom and Anna are the heart of the story. They are a loving, devoted power couple. We fight for her, and she supports us. But in the books, specifically Metro 2035, their marriage is toxic and crumbling. Book Artyom is so obsessed with finding life outside the Metro that he completely neglects Anna. She doesn't see him as a visionary, she sees him as a madman chasing ghosts. It is the same story with Miller. In the games, Miller is a hard-nosed commander, but ultimately a father figure who sacrifices everything for Artyom. In the books, Miller is a manipulative, crippled tyrant. He isn't helping Artyom uncover the truth, he is part of the conspiracy to keep the Metro in the dark. The game gives you a mentor. The book gives you an obstacle. And this leads to the most important difference: the Dark Ones. Now, the depiction of the Dark Ones is actually very similar in both versions. In the game, just like in the book, Artyom is haunted by visions throughout his journey. He hears their whispers, sees their shadows, and feels a strange connection that terrifies him. And in the canon ending of the game, the conclusion is the same as the novel. The missiles launch. The Dark Ones are burned away. The tragedy is identical. But the difference lies in how Artyom handles that tragedy. In the game, even after the realization that they might have been peaceful, Artyom takes the loss like a soldier.
A wise man once said, "He who leads a war for the love of his fellow men will defeat his enemies." I led my war protecting my family and friends, protecting my home, the metro. We had won. But to this day, I wonder, when we burned the Dark Ones from the face of the earth, was something lost as well?
His final monologue is somber, admitting they might have made a mistake, but there is a sense of stoic duty to it. He accepts the burden. He stands atop the tower, watching the city burn, and decides that he must live with this choice to protect his people. He is sad, but he is strong. The book version removes that armor. When the realization hits book Artyom, it doesn't just sadden him, it destroys him. He understands that they weren't just peaceful, they were the key to humanity's survival, and he personally turned the key to kill them. He returns to the metro not with grim resolve, but as a hollow shell, haunted by the fact that he murdered the future. And in the end, these changes turn the same character into two completely different symbols. The game presents a hero who hardens himself to protect the future, while the book presents a human who is slowly eroded by the pain. Both are masterpieces, but they tell very different stories about the cost of survival. And that is the differences between the two Artyoms that we see in Metro books and games. Have any more that you noticed? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video and would like more Metro lore videos, be sure to subscribe, comment, and see you next time.